Hey Jay&Kay fam, I'm Jay.
I'm Kay, and this is the Jay&Kay show. Today's video is how to deal with a bitter baby mama, part 2.
And I got a little bit of help this time. Let's go.
Jay&Kay. Jay&Kay. 4th year on that. Jay&Kay. Jay&Kay show. What?
I'm Kay.
I'm Jay.
I'm Kay.
I'm Jay.
I'm Kay. So first, we'd like to start off by thanking you all for supporting us and watching our first How to Deal with a Bitter Baby Mama
But before
video.
we do that, we got to say this. If you are watching this, hit the subscribe button.
Yes, hit the
Don't worry,
subscribe button.
we'll give y'all some time to do that. And hit the bell so you can know that anytime we have a video that you can watch it.
Jay&Kay. Jay&Kay. 4th year on that. Jay&Kay. Jay&Kay show. What?
I'm Kay.
I'm Jay.
I'm Kay.
I'm Jay.
I'm Kay. Yes, so How to Deal with a Bitter Baby Mama part 1 has definitely been our most viewed video. We're still a pretty small YouTube channel for now, but we had over 9,300 views on the first video, over 100 comments, 274 likes, 17 dislikes, probably 17 bitter baby mamas. We did this video over a year ago and we're still getting comments weekly. So we felt like it was necessary to do a part 2 to talk about some of the concerns of our viewers and just to talk about how to stay consistent in dealing with a bitter baby mama. Does that make sense?
Perfect. And we want to say this. Let's give this disclaimer now before we get into Bitter Baby Mamas part 2. We do understand that it goes both ways.
Yeah, y'all don't have to say it in the comments. This bitter baby daddy is cool. You know, we have a video for that. And part 2 is coming for that as well.
But we understand that there are some guys that just don't want to take care of their responsibility. We're not talking about that in this video.
We're talking about the guys that actually want to be in their kid's life, but they're not able to be because the woman is bitter. So now we're going to be kind of talking about a lot of the comments we got. So I'm going to kind of read some of like the main things that people were saying in the comments. So we got a lot of comments from men and women that agreed on the advice, but the men said that it was very helpful. The men that are dealing with bitter baby moms, they said that the advice was very helpful. Most of them did. Some men were on the other end and they were kind of angry and said that there's no real way to deal with bitter baby mama and you shouldn't get the courts involved and F this, F that. They were mad. They were probably hurt because they're not being able to see their kids due to a woman being bitter. Some people have some of the people that commented have a partner that are dealing with this. So they kind of were trying to figure out how to support their partner in that. Some were concerned with not being able to pay lawyer and court fees. Like, so some of Jay's advice was to get the courts involved, but some people were like, what if you don't have the funds at the moment to be able to pay for a lawyer or court fees? Some women were asking if they fell into the category, which I like that. They were trying to see like, okay, am I a bitter baby mama? Like, these are things I'm doing and this is why I'm doing it. So I like those comments as well, because some women, you're not a bitter baby mama. Just like, if the guy is saying, I don't want to deal with the kids, whatever, blah, 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 and you're mad about it, I understand that. But we're talking about the women that are angry or that are using the kids as a weapon against the man because they're mad that they're not with them or for whatever reason, but the man is actually trying to be in the child's life. Oh, another thing was that there's some guys that have given up hope, and that kind of made me sad. Or they're like, you know what, I just won't be in my kid's life because of this woman or whatever. So Jay's gonna talk a little bit on some of the comments to kind of give a general response to these comments.
Okay, so again, thank y'all so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. It's amazing the feedback that I've gotten, especially from the guys, because I know it's a lot of great guys out there. So thank you so much for the feedback. I have, as y'all know, I have help now from Kay, and you ladies actually get to hear from the wife or the girlfriend side, because a lot of women are like, I know what it feels like to have to deal with a bitter baby mom and they're tired of it, but we'll deal with that a little bit later. A couple things I do want to talk about. My guys that are hurt. A lot of guys, I got a lot of different kind of responses from the guys. they were saying things like, no, don't get the courts involved. Don't do that. And I understand why they were saying that, but you want to keep the courts involved because the courts care about what's best for the child consistently. It has to be shown. It has to be documented. You can't say, oh, I've been given $2,000, $3,000. Where's all that at? And it hasn't been documented. Anybody can say anything. She can say you haven't. It's kind of like word of mouth. You know, he say, she say. You want to keep the courts involved, even again, as I stated in the first video, if you're on the losing end. At least from that point, you have a standing ground. Where if you may get one, if you used to having all these days and now she's bitter because you got a girlfriend or a wife now, and you used to having all these days and now you get one day, you do your best with that one day. Why? Because eventually that one day will turn into multiple days. Because if she's a bitter baby mom, as I discussed in the other videos, she will, I hate to use the phrase, hang herself. And the courts will see that she's manipulating the situation. All you have to do is stay consistent. But you can't stay consistent if you do not get the courts involved or get some kind of documentation to show it. I also want to talk about, and another thing that you can do, since I'm talking about the courts, is the Talking Parent app. This is what it looks like. The Talking Parent app is perfect. This is one thing that you can actually document what you're doing, how you're doing it. It has video, it has pictures.
Basically, it's a way to communicate with the person that you're co-parenting with. It's an app and the courts have access to it, and it shows, like, you can put a subject and then you can put what you want to write, and it shows when you sent it, it shows when the person viewed it and when the person responded. So it's a lot of timestamps and dates with everything with that.
Okay, so another thing, also I want to talk about the guys that have given up. Man, don't give up. Don't give up. Y'all don't. It's tough, and it's tough, but don't give up. Keep fighting. One of the best things about fighting is that your kids will grow up and they will see what you have done. And eventually, my kids are, they'll see what's going on. And my kids understand a lot more now than they did before. And it works because
it's not like, oh, we're talking to them like, oh, or he's like, oh, this is what's going on. No, they're not dumb. They see what's going on.
And it works. And for you,
they're smart.
And if your kids are smart, they know they're gonna ask questions. Why is daddy not around? I miss daddy. I want to spend time with daddy. And after a while, it's no, your daddy is not. No, your daddy is not. After a while, when they get older, those lies won't make sense. So don't give up.
So another, like I said, a lot of women commented that are in a relationship with somebody that's dealing with a bitter baby mama. And it can have an effect on the woman that's dating a man that's dealing with somebody like that. So what I would say as far as that is, like, it's not really too much you can do, like, legally as the partner, wife, girlfriend, whatever, but support the man. Like, support him when he feels like giving up. You have to be strong for him. I'm sure if you're in a relationship with a man, you continue to be, you probably love his kids too. Think about the things that are best for the kids. Try to help him come up with ways to deal with the person without being angry or doing something dumb or stupid, whatever. Also, if the woman like comes at you or tries to it feels like she's trying to sabotage the situation because she's bitter, try your best not to like snap and like go off on her, because that will put the guy in a bad position. It'll put your spouse or your boyfriend or whoever in a bad position. So you just try to stay as cool as possible also.
Which can be tough.
Yeah, that can be tough, especially, that can be tough. All right, so I came across this lady's page, YouTube channel. Her name is Lady Mocha's Cafe de Paris. And she has a couple of videos talking about bitter baby mamas.
Shout out to you.
Yes, shout out to you. So when we were planning on doing part 2, I was like, we need to say why some women are bitter. Like, because some people don't understand, like, what do you mean by bitter baby mama? Is she mad because he's not helping out? No, we're talking about why some women are bitter and they're using their kids against a man that's a good man and trying to be there for his child and trying to be in his child's life. So she had a video titled, I'm Bitter Because. Most of the stuff she stated is the stuff I was going to state, but there's a little extra in here, and I'm just going to kind of go through some of the things I think some of the things that she said. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to read it how she did it. You have to go check out her video though.
And we'll leave a link.
Yes. And if you haven't looked, if you're looking at this video and you haven't watched How to Diddle a Bitter Baby Mama, our video part 1, you have to go back and watch that.
Because, yeah.
There's a lot of info in there. So some women are bitter because they see your growth potential and how far you've come without them. When they were with you, they weren't patient with you and didn't believe in you. So now after the fact, they see that. They see how much you've grown, like you got yourself together, whatever. And they're like, oh, why couldn't he be like that with me? Whatever. But they realized that they weren't patient. They weren't supportive. Like they weren't there for you. They didn't try to get through the ugliness with you. But they see that you've done that with a new woman. Or your own. It might not even be with a new woman. They see that you've done that without them. Another thing she said is, I'm bitter because I see how well you're doing for yourself and realize when we were together, I only pointed out your wrongs. I'm bitter because I'm either alone or with a man that doesn't do half of what you did, and I regret not making it work with you. I'm bitter because you're moving on without me. I'm bitter because I've dismantled my family. I'm bitter because I see how well you're doing with this new woman and new family. I'm bitter because I now have to deal with a new woman whenever I come around and I can't have you to myself. I don't have the same control and I can't manipulate the situation. So all I can do is use the child we have together as a weapon against you. So that control part, that's one of the main.
Well, sometimes it's because of the fact that the guy was just a really good guy. He didn't cheat on you. He didn't do anything wrong. And now
you may have a man to cheat on.
Yeah, that's cheating. And he probably has cheated multiple times. And now you haven't had to deal with cheating in your relationship. But now you do, and you think back like, oh, well, if I would have just kept the guy I had or tried to make it work, then I wouldn't have to deal with this cheating.
I'm bitter because I see how happy you are with this woman, and it hurts me because you weren't this happy with me. I'm bitter because I see this new woman has everything I could have had. I'm bitter because I have your child, but I don't have you. I'm bitter because my children have to come back to tell me how happy they are to have spent time with you for the days that you have them and with your new partner. I'm bitter because I see you having another woman's baby. I'm bitter because I see how fun your trips are and the activities you do are, and I obsess on what we could have had. I'm bitter because what you have with her, I wish we could have had. I'm bitter because I see how much your current relationship has made you a better man, and I feel like a failure. I'm bitter because I'm jealous of your new life. I'm bitter because I thought the child support would make me content, and it's still not stopping your flow. I'm bitter because you didn't let my maliciousness stop you. I'm bitter because I thought being petty would sabotage your happiness, but it didn't. And I'm bitter because the kids always want to see you. So those are some reasons why you may have a bitter baby mama. Those are some things that she may be dealing with that are causing her to act the way that she's acting. And what's the lady name again? Like Lady Mocha Cafe de Paris said, she has no control now. So the only weapon she can use against you, the only thing y'all have in common at this point, other than the fact that you used to be married or used to be together or used to have sex with each other, is the children. So she's going to use the children against you.
Especially
because she's not happy.
Yeah, especially when she's moved on. When you've moved on and she can't use sex, she can't use none of that, she's going to go for the kids. And she knows because you care. And that's what's gonna hurt. Stay the course. That's the biggest thing we can say. Stay the course is tough. And even
the child is what's most important. So think about them the whole time. And that's another thing. Like the mother, like this mother, like will try to make you look bad to everybody else too. Man. So they're not gonna tell them the whole story. They're not obviously not gonna say, "Oh, I'm hurt, so that's why he can't see his kids." They're going to try to make you seem like you're not trying to take care of your kids. They're not going to talk about the things that you buy your kids. They're not going to talk about how you have them almost half the time that they have them. They're not going to talk about how you have clothes for them at your house. They're not going to talk about how you buy food for them. They're not going to talk about the daycare and school fees you pay for them. They're not going to talk about the rewards and the trips that you give to them. They're going to talk about, oh, he don't do that. He don't give me no money or whatever. Have a different outlook on you based on what your bitter baby mama tells them. But you know who you are. The people that matter know who you are. And even those people that are listening to what your bitter baby mama may be saying, or bitter baby father, whatever, bitter baby mama was talking about this one, then eventually they'll see, it's a pattern. She might still be in the same situation she was in. He's not in the same situation he was in. He is taking care of the kids. He is doing these things for the kids. Was she telling the truth? So just be patient, keep
Feel
doing
like
you.
you're the greatest dad in the world, then that's all that matters. Stay in communication with your kids. And if you get your kids for 10 days or 1 day, whatever day you have with your kids, talk to them. Talk to them and they open up to you, and you have that moment to bash that baby mother in front of the kids, like beat them down with words and all that kind of. Don't do that. Please. Because what they'll see is they'll see mommy talking bad about daddy, but daddy's not talking bad about mommy. And then eventually kids will grow up and they will understand, oh,
They remember those things.
they remember that. And they'll say, yeah, you know, daddy doesn't talk bad about mommy, but mommy talks bad about daddy. So you stay the course. Again, I'm grabbing your shirt. Listen to me, Jay&Kay. Stay the course. Don't give up because your kids depend on it. As always, I'm Jay.
Okay.
We appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. If you like it, comment, put a video down there. If you want us to do a Bitter Baby Mama Part 3, and you have some more comments, let us know. We're here. We're excited. Am I loud? Woo! This is the Jay&Kay Show. We'll see y'all
All right,
later.
guys. Bye.